Hello everybody, welcome back to Raycom TV. Now today we've got a little product overview for you. We've got a couple of microphones from DPA's pencil mic range. To help me talk through these, I've dragged in Sam from DPA to talk through the various options we have and kind of what they offer us. So we've got two mics with us today. We've got the 4017B in front of me, then the 4018C as well. So as I said, both pencil mics from DPA's pencil mic range. 4017, you can see, much larger mic with an interference tube. Sam, talk me through the 4017 and what it offers us.
Okay, so the 4017 capsule is a hypercardioid capsule, so very directional, and that is achieved both through the capsule design and, as you said, also through the interference tube. Some of the key features, not just with the 4017, but with DPA's directional capsules in general, is obviously very clean and natural on-axis, but then good off-axis rejection, but then also the off-axis being, again, very linear, very clean, very natural. And whilst that's crucial is because whilst you're obviously going to want focus on what you're pointing the mic at, and high attenuation off-axis, there is going to be a little bit of spill, and that spill is still going to be very, very linear. So if you are mixing the 17 or the 18 with, say, personal mics or any other mics that might be on set or stage or whatever it might be, they're not going to muddy that mic up, and they're not going to conflict with one another. And then on the preamp side of things, we've got the B preamp, which offers couple of little options, as you can see.
Oh, so on the rings down here.
Yep. Correct. So what you've got there is you've got a high boost and a low cut. The high boost is 4 dB at 8K. Going to give you a little bit of presence, perhaps if you're using a windjammer, or for whatever reason you might just need a little bit of boost on the top end. And on the flip side, you've got a low cut. And what that's going to help you with is handling noise when booming or wind or whatever it might be. If you've got a little low end rumble, you can just notch that out on the preamp.
So you've got a lot of kind of options there with your recording to make sure you do get the best recording possible. And it is primarily for studio recordings, booming.
I'd say sort of film, broadcast, those sort of environments where you can't get, or perhaps you're pairing it with personal mics. You might have personal mics on your actors or performers or whatever it might be. But, typically they always have a boom as well. It gives maybe a bit more room, ambient, natural sound that you can either use exclusively or pair with the personal mics. Typically those environments.
Sure. On the subject of booming, actually, something I have noticed. How light is this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a real crucial thing for those guys. They're obviously booming for hours at a time, and the lighter the better. So the 4017B comes in at 68 grams. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know about me, but an experienced boom up can probably get away with a decent chunk of time holding that in the air. And
it is modular as well. You can unscrew the interference tube on the top, and you have the option there with other DPA products in that pencil range.
Exactly that. In the pencil range, it's all modular. They all fit on one another, so you can use the B, the C, and another preamp option with any of the capsules, depending on the application. Sure.
So the application of this, it has quite a specific job when we do want high directionality. Something I've been really excited to talk to you about actually is the 4018C. So for those of you at home, that is the compact supercardioid mic here in front of us. If I take it out of its cradle here, you can see just how small it is when we do sit it next to a 4017. Sam, it's tiny, but it offers massive performance.
Yeah, absolutely. So rather than the hypercardioid polar pattern, on the 18 you've got a supercardioid polar pattern. So not quite as directional, not quite as focused as a 17, but still going to give you that off-axis rejection that we were talking about earlier. And then again, paired with the C preamp, becomes this tiny little thing which is even lighter, 58 grams, and that can again be on the end of a boom. But also in that sort of world where you film, broadcast, you can put it in cars, you can get really creative with where you need to put the mics so that they're out of sight.
Well, you guys from DPA actually really help us with this, getting creative where to put it, don't you? Because we can actually remove the C preamp, and we have a tiny little capsule that we can attach an even smaller preamp to.
Absolutely.
You do a preamp that's 12 mil in depth.
We've got cable preamps. So the MMP-Es or MMP-Gs, and the difference there is the E has an XLR at the end of it, at the end of the cable, or a microdot, so you can do them wireless if you want to. And on the end of that capsule becomes a very small unit, perfect for in-car, behind the visor, or plant mics on set. It gives loads of options to get really creative with where you hide your mics.
Well, I've seen as well, actually, with that E attachment, you can have the cable coming straight out the back. So if you need a hanging mic, that's actually quite a hard thing to place. But if you have an easy option for a hanging mic, you sorted, aren't you? Great little solution. Guys, Quick overview for you, but that is the 4017B and the 4018C from DPA. Great little microphones, offer great solutions for your Nike needs and different sort of scenarios that you'll be operating in. Thank you for Sam for coming in, running us through these two different models, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you very shortly.